Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Jags, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You needed that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Wilson. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Jags grab it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the ball.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 4. And that's out quickly to Chase. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now Lawrence to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Laviska Shenault, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Seahawks, nothing. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's taken in by Eskridge, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
On second down now, it's Carson. Trucks over him, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
Now it's Carson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss. Here's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On third down, Wilson. It got his man complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Blesson Austin. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Throwing after the interception. Lawrence. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Robinson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. He will find his man Chase complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. Robinson, a first down and then some. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play there. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Lawrence on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that makes the score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's Carson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get 3rd down conversion.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for Seattle. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. 40.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Myers connects on the PAT. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Lawrence. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the away.
On first down, Carson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.